Welcome friends. In the next lecture on inverse Laplace transform. In the previous lecture we have discussed the problems based on the inverse Laplace transform where we are taking an differentiation of f of s. In today's lecture we are going to see the problems where we are going to take integration of f of s. And also we would like to see some miscellaneous examples. Let's begin with the problem solving. Use of integration of f of s. Okay, that is, we can say that division by s. Let's begin with the statement of the property. The L inverse of 1 upon s into phi of s is equal to integration from 0 to t L inverse of phi of s integration with respect to u. Now what is phi of s? Phi of s is given as capital F of s is equal to 1 upon s into phi of s. So whatever the f of s will be given will be separated into two terms. 1 upon s multiplication will take it outside, and whatever the remains will be called as a phi of s. Okay, so this property is applicable whenever there is a 1 upon s term involved in the given f of s. Is this clear? So let's start with one simple example. Find the inverse Laplace transform of 1 upon s into s square plus 1. 1 upon s into s square plus 1. Okay. Now, this is my complete f of s, which can be further written as L inverse of 1 upon s into 1 upon s square plus 1. Is it? So according to this property, what is your phi of s? Phi of s is 1 upon s square plus 1, and we want its inverse Laplace. So hence the inverse Laplace of 1 upon s square plus 1, okay, I call this as phi of s, is given by sin t. Do you agree with this? Okay. So hence L inverse of 1 upon s into s square plus 1 is equal to, the impact of 1 upon s is integration from 0 to t, integration is with respect to u, into L inverse of phi of s, that is 1 upon s square plus 1. So this is equals to integration from 0 to t. The inverse Laplace of this is sin t, but here I am integrating with respect to u, hence I would like to write it as sin u du. Are you clear with this? Sin u du. Now my question is, what is integration of sine? The integration of sine is minus cos u, limits from 0 to t. For the upper limit we have minus cos t, for the lower limit we have minus of minus cos 0, cos 0 is 1. So therefore this is 1 minus cos t is our answer. Okay. The another problem we would like to discuss, find the inverse Laplace transform of 1 upon s square into bracket s plus 2. One upon s square into bracket s plus 2. Okay. Now, how to solve this? If I want to apply this property, this particular property, then here we have 1 upon s square term can be written as 1 upon s into 1 upon s. So we can take its effect as 1 upon s, effect is integration. So as there are two terms 1 upon s into 1 upon s, we have two integration terms, but it is slightly confusing while solving the integrations. Is it? Because both the integration will have the same limit 0 to t, then it would be a little bit of confusion. So what we do is we will split this as L inverse of, I'll take 1 upon s term outside and the another term I will club with the s plus 2. Is this okay? Now this is my phi of s, but here in phi of s there are two linear terms in the denominator, so I need to go for partial fraction of the phi of s and then we can calculate its inverse. So phi of s is equal to, okay, I'll call this as 1 upon s into s plus 2 is equal to a upon s plus b upon s plus 2. So this implies 1 is equal to a into s plus 2 plus b into s. Now put s is equal to minus 2. So this term is going to be a 0 and this is minus 2b. So minus 2 will be shifted that side, it becomes minus 1 by 2. So hence b is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now put s as a 0. So this term is going to be a 0. A into 2, that is 2a, therefore a is equal to 1 by 2. Hence 1 upon s into s plus 2 becomes 1 by 2 into 1 upon s minus 1 by 2 into 1 upon s plus 2. Is this okay? Now we will take an inverse Laplace of phi of s, which is inverse Laplace of 1 upon s into s plus 2, which is nothing but L inverse of 1 by 2 into 1 upon s minus 1 by 2 into 1 upon s plus 2. That is, the 1 by 2 as it is, inverse Laplace of 1 upon s is 1, 1 by 2 as it is, 1 upon s plus 2 inverse is e raised to minus 2t. Do you clear with this? Okay. So one can write this as 1 by 2 into bracket 1 minus e raised to minus 2t. Fine. Now we have to find out the inverse Laplace of this particular, and we have just calculated the inverse Laplace of this phi of s term. So let's apply our property, that is use of integration of f of s. Inverse Laplace of 1 upon a square into s plus 2, that is L inverse of 1 upon s into 1 upon s into s plus 2 is equal to, the impact of 1 upon s is integration from 0 to t into L inverse of 1 upon s into s plus 2. Integration is with respect to u. So this is integration from 0 to t 1 by 2 into bracket 1 minus e raised to minus 2u du. So this is 1 by 2 into bracket, the integration of 1 is u, the integration of e raised to minus 2u is e raised to minus 2u upon minus 2, limits from 0 to t. So in this is 1 by 2 into bracket u, this minus minus become plus e raised to minus 2u. I'll just make a cross multiplication with this, hence I'm getting here 2u, and one can have the 1 by 2 common from this, and this 1 by 2 becomes 1 by 4, limits from 0 to t. So in this is 1 by 4 into bracket 2t plus e raised to minus 2t minus, when we substitute the lower limit as 0 here, this particular term is going to be a 0, and here I am getting e raised to 0, e raised to 0 is always 1. So this is our required answer of the given particular problem. So you may have now clear this idea. I am not simply applying the concept of the integration of f of s. We also applied the partial fraction also. Now we studied in the previous lecture, that is the problem based on the differentiation of f of s. Now we are going to solve one more miscellaneous example where we are going to apply the convolution and the same concept, that is the differentiation of f of s. Let's do one more problem which will elaborate in detail what exactly we are going to do. Fine. The question is, using the convolution theorem, prove that inverse Laplace of 1 upon s into tan inverse of 2 upon s is equals to integration from 0 to t, 1 upon u into sine 2u du. Is it okay? Fine. Now, if you just look at this tan inverse 2 upon s, you must be directly understood that to calculate the inverse Laplace of this particular term, we need a differentiation of f of s. Is it? Now, when we apply the convolution theorem, whenever we have to calculate an inverse Laplace of f of s into g of s, if I call this as f of s, then this has to be a g of s. Am I right? Okay. So, to find the inverse Laplace of the second term, that is g of s, we require the differentiation property. Is it? So, that property is L inverse of g of s is equal to minus 1 upon t into L inverse of g dash of s. Is it? Okay. So, here L inverse of tan inverse of 2 upon s is equal to minus 1 upon t into L inverse of d by ds of tan inverse 2 upon s. So this is minus 1 upon t into bracket into L inverse of, what is the derivative of tan inverse 2 by s? It is 1 upon 1 plus 4 upon s square. 1 upon s square plus x square is the derivative. The x is nothing but 2 upon s into derivative of x, that is derivative of 2 upon s. So that is minus 2 upon s square. Is it? Okay. So by simplifying this, that here is the s square. Okay. Hence we would like to we get L inverse of the minus 2 divided by s square plus 4. Then minus minus become plus, so we can have 2 upon t into L inverse of 1 upon s square plus 4. That's it. Is it? Now what is inverse Laplace of this? This is sine 2t, 1 by 2 into sine 2t. Hence this is 1 upon t into sine 2t. Is this okay? Now, what is the inverse Laplace of f of s? That is 1 upon s. It is 1. Is it? Now, what will happen is, while applying the convolution theorem, L inverse of f of s into g of s is equal to integration from 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u du. This is the formula for convolution theorem. So while applying the convolution, this is my g of t. So where I need to apply, where I need to replace t by t minus u. But if you just look at here, there is no t minus u term. Is it? So that's why what we do is, we call this as a capital F of s. Okay, so I will write this property for capital F of s specially. And what is my capital G of s? Capital G of s is 1 upon s and its inverse Laplace is 1. So this is my G of t and this is our F of t. I want to calculate the inverse Laplace of this. So by convolution theorem, just have a look on this. inverse Laplace of f of s into g of s is integration from 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u. So hence L inverse of 1 upon s into tan inverse 2 upon s is equal to integration from 0 to t f of u. So whatever the term of f of t is there, you replace t by u, we get 1 upon u into sine 2u. Now in g of t minus u, for the second term, that is g of t minus u, in g of t replace t by t minus u, but here g of t is a constant function, so there is no need to change anything. Is it? So am I getting my required statement? This is my required and I am getting the same one. Is it? So this is one of the miscellaneous example that I want to discuss with you. Okay. Before the next lecture, I would like to give one homework for you, which you are supposed to solve and just answer the question. Okay. Find the inverse Laplace of log of square root of a square plus 1 divided by a square. This problem you have to solve as an homework and revert me on WhatsApp once you complete this particular problem. Okay. Thank you everyone.